I'm going to show you the quadratic formula method as well. Obviously you don't need to do both, but I'll just now put it on this side. You must start with the entire, at the moment you've got y equals 3x squared minus 12x plus 7. You must start, when you use the quadratic formula, with the formula equals 0, and it doesn't equal 0 at the moment, it equals y. So you've got to take y off both sides to make sure that you've got, and you'll get a mark for writing this, 3x squared minus 12x plus 7 minus y equals 0. It's only now that you can put this in the quadratic formula. And you need to have a think to yourself about what the a is, what the b is, and what the c is. The a is easy, it's 3. The b is easy, it's minus 12. The c is now 7 minus y. So you've got to do this carefully. You don't have to write out the quadratic formula. I'm going to do it. So it's x equals minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. I'm just putting that there so I do this carefully. And now I'm going to plug my values in there. So I've got minus b is 12, because b is minus 12, plus or minus the square root of b squared is 144, minus 4a is 12, and then c is, get that right, 7 minus y, all over 2a, which is 6. And I can divide 12 by 6, and then I get this 2 plus or minus, and then I've got this annoying thing, which is the square root of 144 minus 12 lots of 7 minus y, and this bit alone is over 6. If I express that 6 as the square root of 36, then I'm going to have a square root on the top here and a square root on the bottom, which means I can just take the square root of the whole lot. Okay, I'll write this next step, even though it's not necessary to write it, I don't think, just to make it quite clear what's going on. 2 plus or minus the square root of 144 minus 12 times 7 minus y over the square root of 36. And I can write that as 2 plus or minus the square root of 144 minus 12 times 7 minus y over 36. Right, and now I can start unpicking this to to isolate y, and then I'll be able to express this as an inverse function. Right, so looking here at this term on the inside, I can divide a lot of stuff by 12 here, I think. So I'm going to do that. Plus or minus the square root of 12 minus 7 minus y, because this is just going to turn into a 1. 12 minus 7, but then that's going to be a plus y because I'm taking away a negative value, over 3, and 12 minus y is obviously 5. So then I've got 2 plus or minus the square root of 5 plus y over 3, and you'll see that I'm at this point now. It's the same as this, and I can just write down again, rejecting the plus sign here. At this point, I can just write down my function, my inverse function. So it's 2 minus the square root of 5 plus y, or y plus 5 doesn't make any difference, over 3. So that's the way of doing it if you use the quadratic formula. The thing you've got to be careful of is to do this bit here, take the y off in order to set it to 0. Then you must show this substitution here. There's a mark for doing that. And then you need to simplify as much as possible. This technique here for bringing in the this bottom term into the square root is important. And in general, I think that doing it this way is a little bit more fiddly and avoids a skill that you need anyway, which is to complete the square, because some questions, after all, just ask you to write a quadratic in completed square form. So I think avoiding the quadratic formula is a good idea, but there's both techniques anyway.